What's up, everyone? Hope y'all are feeling incredible. I hope that your day is starting off as beautiful as mine is. Right now, I have a very amazing sight before me, and I feel really good. Feels real incredible. And right now, I'm watching an older guy. He's playing croquet. I'm in a little park, and it's a real nice area. So if you hear like some knocking, it's a guy in the background playing croquet. There it is. And also, I'm having a conversation with the sun. Always a good conversation. All right, so what am I going to talk about in this video? In this video, it's going to be about our three energy bodies. You know, we have three energy bodies, and this knowledge is based on Daoist philosophy, Chinese and Eastern thinking and philosophy. But it's Taoist. Taoism it's not a religion. It's more of a philosophy, and they have practices that are based on nature and connecting the body with heaven and earth. Basically, our full nature, the full nature of ourselves. And according to them, we are a mixture of the two. We are both heaven and earth. And we need to connect back to that and stop isolating ourselves from it. Okay, so how am I going to lay out this video? I'll start this video off by giving you like some brief, very brief background information about what the whole philosophy of how the creation of the universe, according to Daoist, practicing Daoist. And it'll be very brief. Of course, I can't lay out too much in such a short video. You really need a couple of books for that. But I'm going to lay that out, the creation of the universe, because it's important to understand about our three energy bodies. And thereafter, I'm going to talk about our three energy bodies, and I'm going to talk about how they're connected and the types of energy that they have and how they affect us. And I'm gonna kind of be all over the place here in this video because I'm not in an organized mood today. I actually feel pretty good, and that's not a bad thing. So at the end of the video, I'll lay out like an outline, a quick outline of everything I talked about in a somewhat orderly fashion so that this makes sense to everyone. So before I get started, why am I making this video? I'm making this video in conjunction with a video that I made over a year ago. It was called Unlocking the Power of the Muscle That Few Train. It was about training your groin. And this video is gonna make that video make much more sense, because it's gonna break down some of the philosophy behind the action. A lot of people just want to go straight to what works on the physical plane without understanding the full concept. And living like that and thinking like that is kind of, the saying, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That kind of sums up why you want to learn the philosophies of things before you just go out and do something or try it. But let me go on and get started with this video. Oh yeah, and yeah, let me go ahead and get started with this video. Now, I'll start by talking about the Daoist beliefs and philosophy about creation, creating anything in the universe, even the universe creating itself. It all started with the Tao, and you can call the Tao whatever you want to call the Tao. You can call it God, you can call it the universe, you can call it someone's mind, whatever you consider the origin. And it started with the Tao, and the Tao created, manifested nothing. It's basically a blank canvas. And thereafter, the manifestation of nothing, in order to have nothing, you have to have something. They can't exist without one another. So, as nothing was created, something was created also to balance the nothing. And what was that something that was created? The something that was created was the energies or forces of yin and yang. What's yin and yang? Yin is the feminine force, and yang is the masculine force. They need one another to coexist. And thereafter, those two forces emerged. There were 5 elements that organized those forces in the process of creation. And those 5 elements are wood. They're called wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. 5 elements. And what do those 5 elements represent? These 5 elements, they don't necessarily represent the things that I just mentioned, the wood, the fire, the metal, the earth, the water. I mean, they could, but they represent the many cycles that we have in the universe. There's all kinds of cycles. There's life cycles, we live and we die. There's cycles of seasons. There's cycles of emotions. Our emotions our emotions exist in cycles. So there's many different cycles in the universe, and those 5 elements are one of the organizing forces behind the cycles. So after there's organizing forces, the cycle, there was the emergence of heaven and earth. So what's heaven and earth? Heaven and earth I guess you can say it's the playing field or platform for creation. Things are created by the 5 elements in the energetic world, the conscious world, and they're manifested here on the physical plane. So heaven is the energy world, the conscious world, and earth is the physical world. So that's the process of creation in a nutshell. And okay, so that's the process of creation. Now I'm going to talk about our 3 energy bodies. Yeah, but before I talk about our 3 energy bodies, the universe is a macrocosm. It's the bigger picture of everything, and everything that exists in the universe, for example ourselves, are microcosms. We're microcosms of the universe. And I just mentioned to you about the process of creation in the universe. We also follow a process of creation. Just like the universe created itself, we also follow a similar path of creation. So now I'm going to talk about our three energy systems. And I'll come back to creation, talking about creation, how everything creates itself. And I'll talk about the purpose of talking about creation. Because creation starts with energy, and it's about going back to that. And I'll come back to that later. Now, we have three energy bodies. And one of our energy bodies is it's our physical body. Our physical body is the energy body that we're most familiar with. And the video that I made, Unlocking the Power of the Muscles That Few Train, it was about creating energy to generate the physical body. In that video I talked about one method to do so. Of course there are other methods. So this will make that video make more sense. Now, your physical body, your physical body runs on energy called Jing. The Chinese word is Jing. And Jing is the regenerative energy in our physical body. And like when our physical body don't have much Jing, then we become overly reliant on things that are strongly tied to the physical world, like food and sex. That kind of lets you know that there's a lack of Jing. And Jing can be stored in our lower abdomen. Like, it's below our navel, it's above our groin, but it's inside. That's the storage point, and it's called the dantian. So when you do like meditative exercises or meditative movements, you can store the Jing in your lower here. Your lower inside of your abdomen is called the dantian. And in the video about unlocking the muscle that few train, what I didn't mention were the meditative techniques where you store the Jing that you create from doing the exercise. And I'll leave a book in the description below so that you can refer to it if you're interested in knowing and fully understanding it on your own. But Jing is the energy of the physical body, and Jing can directly convert to Qi. Jing is the bridge between our physical body and our energy body, or etheric body. Our etheric body, it runs on the energy of Qi, or Qi. There's many different names for it. And our etheric body, our energy body, it's associated with our energy meridians. And like our energy meridians and things like acupuncture and acupressure, that's what you're manipulating when you do those types of things to heal the body. You're working on your etheric energy body. And your etheric energy field, this is of a higher vibration of energy than your Jing. Your Qi is at a higher energy vibration than Jing. And like a lack of of chi, it will show up primarily through your emotions. You may lack emotional stability or control of your emotions. Now, your third energy body. Your third energy body is your conscious body. Your conscious body, oh yeah, I forgot. The ball of energy for your etheric body. It lies in the area of your heart, inside, about where your heart is. That's where the dantian for your etheric energy body lies. But when you're doing like different exercises to feel the various energy bodies, it's good to start with the physical body first and build that before you move on to your etheric body. And maybe I'll talk about why in the future. But your third energy body, it's linked by chi energy, and chi energy can be converted to shen. Shen is the energy, and again, it's a Chinese word. And I may be getting it wrong, but it's a Chinese word. And Shen is the energy of your conscious body, and your conscious body is connected to your etheric body. The chi, and chi is the connection bridge from your energy etheric body to your conscious body. And a lack of Shen, conscious energy, it will have you overly dependent on your thoughts and in your thinking and things like this. And of course, Shen is of the highest vibration of the three energy bodies. So those are our three energy bodies. And what can Shen connect to? Shen can connect to the Tao. The Tao is, I guess we can call it the universe. And the Tao is infinite. The Tao is everything, but the Tao is also nothing. So you could connect from your conscious body back to the Tao, which would make you infinite, make you immortal, make you all powerful. But that may not be what you think it is, or it may not feel like you think it feels to be all powerful. Maybe all powerful means being all nothing. Okay, and I just talked about the process of creation before. Why did I talk about that? I talked about the process of creation, how the universe created itself, because we have our own universe inside of us, and the Tao of us, our own personal universe. The Tao, it is of the highest vibration, and it connects to our conscious body. And yes, your conscious energy, the conscious ball energy, where the conscious energy is stored, is behind your forehead. So we have a dantian behind our forehead. We have one about where our heart is, and we have one in our lower abdomen inside. Just 3 dantians for each energetic body. And the Tao is of the highest vibration of energy, and it connects to our conscious body, because the Tao produces consciousness, and consciousness produces an energy body, and the energy body produces a physical body. goes from higher vibration to lower vibration to lower vibration to lower vibration in the process of creation. So when you do like meditative techniques, a good aim would be to focus on going back to the Tao, going back to the infinite. And you can't do this in one session. It, according to what I've learned, it takes a lifetime. And me personally, I'm familiar with the physical body, building energy through the physical body, building Jing. I've talked about that in the video that I made before, and I'll talk about more in the future about different physical bodies and the different energy bodies and how they coexist with one another and how to build them. We'll dive into that in the future. But I know about the physical body. I've practiced building Jing, and I can tell you that that I got real strong benefits from it. And like, I can't believe, like, I kind of forgot about this stuff. Like, I began diving into it about 6 years ago, and at that time I was at a very high spike of I was at a very high spike of vibration during that time. I was doing lots of incredible things that I never would imagine that I would be able to do. So it was a very high vibrating time, and that was the discovery of this, and I can't believe I just kind of got away from it. I guess in order to learn how powerful something is, you have to let it go and see how things play out after you let it go, to appreciate how valuable it was to you. So I just pulled my books back out and started studying my books again. And what I realized is that, like, back when I first started messing with this stuff around 2013, like, I only understood maybe 30% of what I was reading. And I practiced things without really understanding the philosophy behind it, but I still got incredible results from it, mentally and physically, and building myself and getting to know myself better. And now I started rereading some of my texts, and I comprehend way more than I was comprehending before. I guess my mind wasn't ready to wrap around those concepts. And maybe my mind will be more ready to wrap around the concepts in the future, but my mind is much more fertile now and receptive to the things that I'm talking about and the information that I was seeking to find in the text. And okay, we'll wrap this up here. I don't want to ramble on too much, but how about before I end the video, how about I lay out some notes so that you can easily follow what I just talked about. It's probably a lot to someone who probably has no idea what I'm talking about and wouldn't know where to start with this. So, alright, so here's an overview of everything that I just talked about. Everything starts with the Tao. The Tao created nothing. Nothing is basically just a canvas of nothing. And in order to have nothing, you must have something. That something is yin and yang. Yin is the feminine energy, and yang is the masculine energy. And the organizer of the energies of yin and yang are the 5 elements. The 5 elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And they represent the many different cycles in the universe. The canvas on which all of this happens is heaven and earth. It manifests from heaven and it comes down to earth. That's from the
the conscious to the energetic to the physical. And when we do different practices, Daoist practices, the aim is to go back to the Tao, go back to the infinite, go back to immortality, go back to where everything began. You know, think life cycle, our life and birth. You know, we're born to die. We're born with everything, and we go through life, and we're consistently leading our way toward death. We're following that cycle. But with the Tao, you go back to the source. You go back to where everything all started, to attain that infinite energy. And I don't mean this literally going back to be a baby, but I'm just talking about it energetically. And with us, we have 3 energy bodies. We have our physical body, which has an energy. It has an energy called Jing, or it's our essence. And with the physical body, of course, if your physical body if energy and Jing is abundant in the physical body, you have pretty good health. But if you're over reliant on the physical body, it can make you slave to things like sex and food. And your physical body is directly connected to your energetic body, or your etheric body. And Jing is the bridge from your physical body to your etheric body. Now, with your etheric body, it's associated with like your energy meridians, the different meridians through your body. It's associated with your energetic body, and it's associated with your aura, the aura of energy around you, your etheric body. And it's also tied strongly to your emotions. So if you have issues with your etheric body, or some type of lack, then it may result in some type of emotional problems, or emotional issues, or imbalances. And your etheric body is connected to your conscious body, the chi energy. You know, the etheric body, it runs on chi energy. The chi energy is the bridge from the etheric body to the conscious body. And with the conscious body is of the highest vibration of energy. You know, the Jing is the lowest vibration of energy, and chi is a higher vibration than Jing, and Shen, which is within the conscious body, is a higher vibrational energy than Qi. And with the conscious body, it is your link from this world to the next. It connects you to the universe. It connects you to higher thought, higher thinking, and it's associated with having a halo over your head. If you have abundant Shen energy, you could have a halo like an angel, or your mind, your thoughts would glow. It's associated with that, and it connects you to the infinite. It connects you to the Tao. Okay, so those are the three energy bodies. Oh yeah, and the cycle again. The Tao manifests consciousness. The Tao manifests consciousness. Consciousness manifests energy. Energy manifests the physical. And within our bodies, our 3 energy bodies, we have 3 energy balls within our body. And the energy ball that is in our lower abdomen, below and behind our navel, but above our groin, we have an energy ball. It's called a dantian. It's called a dantian. And it's this word, dantian. And we have 3 dantians. And the dantian that's above your groin, below your navel, but inside of your stomach, it houses Jing. Jing is like a physical energy. It has a strong effect on your physical health, and it's the link from your physical body to your energetic body. And Your energetic body runs on chi energy. That's related to your meridians, meridian system. And your ball of energy for chi it lies where your heart is, the area of your heart. And chi is the bridge from your energetic body to your conscious body, or your mental body. And that your conscious body runs on Shen. Shen is it's Shen energy. It directly is tied to the Tao. And again, Tao is like the universe. It connects you to higher thinking, higher knowledge, higher being. And again, these energies, this is lowest vibration, higher vibration, higher vibration. That's the physical body, the etheric or energetic body, the conscious body, and the Tao, the universe. So that's everything in a nutshell. All right, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you for checking me out. I really would love to know what you think, how you feel about all of this. And if you have something to add, please drop it in the comment section below. The link to my other video is in the description box, and I'll also put the title of the book in the description box as well. So again, much love out there. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next time. Let's stay in touch. I'm gone.